Hello. Oh, I forgot. I used my AirPod as a microphone. Hello. Well, oh, is it now connected? I don't know. Hello and welcome back. Video 2, episode 2, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It is March 9th. It is 6:13. Daylight savings, guys. We're back. I changed my lighting a little bit, kind of. I don't know. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna open up with today's topics. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. It's gonna be all over the place. I wanted to do an acne journey. I think I'm gonna leave that for next week. I think today I'm gonna talk about my book that I just finished and then talk about basketball, women's basketball to be exact. Okay, so let's get right into it. So I think I mentioned it last video, but I went and bought 2 weeks ago. I went and bought some like books that are going to be part of the banned list / some classics and just books to inform myself about our history. So I read, finished, bought, okay, restart. Bought, started, and finished this book already. Very short, as you can tell. And I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I did not read it in high school. A lot of people did read this book in high school. I did not. My junior year, I was in advanced language, so I took British Lit my junior year. No, I lied. I was a sophomore taking this class with juniors, and my teacher, she was kind of all over the place. She was a great teacher, but at the same time she wasn't. Anyways, so we did not get to this book, so I did not read this book in high school. I've heard about it and I wanted to read it, so I got it, and I gave it a 4.25 stars, 4.25, because it was great. It was like easy to follow at times, but other times I was a little confused. And some of the I'm 100% sure some of like the irony and some of the what's the word, like the meaning behind some of the stuff that he wrote, that George Orwell wrote, I probably did not understand some of it. I understood most of it, but not all of it. But it was a good book. It really did inform me. It did, like, I saw things that were being described in this book I haven't seen firsthand. Maybe parts of it you kind of see some, like, the some things resemble what is going on right now, but other parts you think about other countries and what they have gone through in our past, our history, and you're like, wow, this book just really captures it very well. And yes, it's about animals and humans, but you see the resemblance in today's world and whatever. And I think it's just a really good book to read in general. Does not matter what side, what your stand on anything is. I think this book is very, very good to read and really educates you. And as a young woman, I want to educate myself on stuff like this. I have other books that's like this one that I will be reading. Don't know when, but I will be reading. I have Brave New World, The Handmaid's Tale. Is The Great Gatsby, is that considered to be like a historical, like, I don't know if, yeah, but I also have that book. But yeah, now what I will be reading is I'm gonna finish reading The Housemaid, because I started the book. I'm like 5 chapters in and I have not finished it. So we're gonna finish that book. I really want to finish it. I've been on a reading slump for a few weeks now. It hasn't been a super long reading slump, but it is semi. I finished my duology, One Dark Window duology, in like the first week of February. And then after that, I started The Housemaid, but I did not continue reading it. And I had not read since February up until I bought this book 2 weeks ago. So I'm hoping that finishing that and starting The Housemaid or continuing The Housemaid will help my reading slump kind of just move along. I'm hoping that my reading slump ends, essentially. What I've been doing to help my reading slumps is reading a chapter a night. Just randomly grab my book, and I'm like, if I'm not doing anything important like homework or watching basketball, which we will get into that. But anyways, if I'm just scrolling on my phone, or if I'm bored, I have a headache because I'm on my phone a lot, I'm gonna grab my book and at least read a chapter. At least. And if I end up reading more than a chapter, great. Heck yeah, let's do that. But at least a chapter, just so I can get like some reading in. So yeah, that is that book I'm reading right now. I don't know if you're supposed to read the 3 books, or if I can read The Housemaid as a standalone. But I don't really want to get into that trilogy right now. I want to, after reading The Housemaid, I really want to read, I really just want to read some romance. I saw My Fault London for the first time Friday night. Let's talk about that, actually. So yeah, I just want to get into I just want to read a cutesy little romance book. I don't know if I have any, like, physical books, so I might have to go buy one. But we'll see what I end up reading after The Housemaid. Right now, my priority is finish The Housemaid, because what is going on? Right? But, My Fault London, since we're on that topic now. So, I've watched Culpa Mia. Yes. When it first came out. Well, not when it first came out, but I watched it a couple months after its release because I saw some TikTok edits of it, and I was like, wait, I loved Through My Window, so let's watch this one. And I was like, let's watch it. Watched it. Loved it. And yeah, and then I saw they made a second one of Culpa Mia. I actually did not watch that one. I don't know if I will ever watch that one. I just don't really... Anyways, I digress. When I went on my little girlies trip, not really girlies trip, we just went on a little shopping spree last 2 weeks ago, which is when I bought the book. Anyways, 2 of my friends were like, oh my gosh, have you watched My Fault London? And I was like, I've seen talk about this new release. I haven't seen anything of it other than just it was released, and it's like, obviously, like the title says, is the London version of Culpa Mia. But I haven't really, and nothing else. And my friends were like, oh my gosh, it's so good, you should watch it. It's on Prime Video. It's on the same platform as Culpa Mia. And I was like, guys, I don't really know if I'm interested in watching it. I was like, I haven't even watched the second one of Culpa Mia. What makes you think I'm going to watch My Fault London? So I was like, I don't know. And then I saw, first of all, I knew the actress, Asha Banks. I've seen her in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and she's really pretty. So I was like, oh, she's playing Noah. That's kind of cool. Slay the day. But I didn't know anything else of it. And then, randomly, I think it was Thursday or Friday, we had 3 snow days here in Iowa. But anyways, I think one of those snow days, when I was scrolling on my phone, I saw an edit of Nick. But it was My Fault London version. Not Nick Culpa Mia version. Nick My Fault London version. And I was like, oh yeah, that is what I want, and that is what I'm gonna watch. So I was like, okay, perfect, let me just find the time to watch it. Decided on a Friday night, because I was like, what else am I gonna do on a Friday night when I'm stuck in my home? stuck at my house because of snow. Watch a movie. Duh. So, yeah, I got all cozy, turned on my movie. The whole time, mesmerized, number one. Number two, kicking and giggling. I was so giddy. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was not like that with Culpa Mia. For some reason, My Fault London did that to me. It did that. Matthew Broom. Wow. What a man. Sorry, I'm like pausing because I fear someone's gonna walk in on me talking to myself. Anyways, I digress. Matthew Broom. Oh, he is attractive. He is hot. He is a man. He is. Wow. The whole time I was mesmerized. His voice, the accent, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The movie in general, also a 10 out of 10. I saw a lot of people saying it's like a less toxic version of Culpa Mia, and I agree. I don't know what it was of My Fault London, if it was the actors, if it was the chemistry, but I liked it better than the original. I liked My Fault London better. And I don't hate to say it. I don't care. That is my opinion. And I think a lot of people will agree with me. Sorry, my eye was itchy. It was good. What can I say? And I don't know. I truly don't know what else it was about it that I was. Anyways, finished the movie, and what did I do? Right away, I started watching TikTok edits of Nick, if you will. Oh, so good, dude. It's amazing. He's hot. Okay, I'm sorry. I needed a new boy to obsess over, so he is it. Then the following day, I had stuff to do throughout the day. I was out of town, whatever. I got home because I kept seeing TikTok edits of this man throughout the day. I got home and I was like, it's not too late. What did I do? I rewatched it. I literally rewatched My Fault London. And the whole time I was sat like this. That was me the whole time watching the movie because amazed. Anyways, enough of that. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, please. Please go watch it if you're into movies like that. Yeah. Watching a movie like that has made me realize that I am still 13-year-old me at heart reading Wattpad. I'm still that girl. But moving on, basketball. March Madness, NCAA tournament, whatever. Okay? Sorry. So here's my thing. I don't know who you're going for, who your team is, what player, whatever. I will not say I'm a super, like, here's the thing. I just got into basketball a year and a half ago. It hasn't, a year and a half? Yeah, a year and a half ago. And who got me to love the sport? You're gonna hate me for this answer because you're gonna think I'm one of those girlies. I promise I'm not. Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers got me into this sport. I randomly saw an edit of her, not those edits of her. I saw an edit of her, what's it called? It was her, I think her freshman season, where she was like fighting over a ball with another girl. She like went like that, and then she was like hyping up the crowd. I think it was her freshman season. Anyways, I saw a video of her like that. It was like an edit of her doing that in her basketball, like whatever. And I was like, interesting. Kept going. And also, this is also when Caitlin Clark, her junior year. I'm from Iowa, okay? Caitlin Clark, okay? She was also popping up, and I was like, I don't really watch sports. I was like, I somewhat watch NFL, somewhat watch baseball, but nothing crazy. I myself only played soccer in high school, so whatever. I didn't really, whatever. And then few weeks went by, I started seeing more edits of Paige Beckers. So I was like, okay, fine. Let me watch basketball. So I started watching basketball. I started watching UConn, obviously. I got into UConn. Last year, I was watching UConn, literally trying to watch their games. Final Four. Wow. It was so good. It was amazing. It was a time. And watching them have like a 6-player roster, 7 players available last year, and how far they made it, I was amazed. I was not only amazed with Paige, I was amazed with Nika Mule, Aaliyah Edwards, KK Arnold, Ashlyn Shea, like all these girlies. I was like, you guys did that. You guys did that. I don't remember how many players, 7-ish player like roster, 8-player roster. They didn't have enough people, is what I'm trying to say. And they made it so far. And even at the Final Four, it wasn't like a big upset. It was just over a few points. Yes, I'm really upset over that game, but it wasn't like crazy, you know what I mean? They did everything they could as with the players they had. So after that game, after the Final Four, after everything, I did watch the what's it called? The actual finals, which was Iowa versus South Carolina. I did watch that. And that was also very good. I kept up with the WNBA draft. I kept up with like some of the WNBA games. I kept up with other players, not only Paige. Like I kept up with the whole UConn team. I kept up with these other players. And then obviously 2024-2025 season started, and now I'm watching like more games. Unrivaled has also started. Like by this time I'm like watching UConn. I'm keeping up with Juju Watkins. Like how can you not keep up with Juju Watkins? South Carolina's like everything. Like I'm trying to like really get into it and really just dive more into it, because I love women in sports. I love whatever sport. It's just amazing to see these women like do their thing. Like literally whenever it was the volleyball tournament, I was literally watching it because I was the hype, the energy, it's so fun. So I was watching volleyball that one time, 2 times, I don't know. But point is, I'm not one of those weird little fans that is just obsessed with Paige. Like I get it, I get the hype. Like I love Paige. She's the player that got me into it. UConn is the team that got me into it. But I also respect these other players. I also respect the game of these other coaches, these other players, these other teams. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. So yeah. Now back to this upcoming March Madness. What is going on? Not everyone. UConn beating South Carolina, Notre Dame losing. They lost yesterday, I believe. Sorry, I don't remember. I didn't finish watching the game. I only like watched a little bit, and then because I only watched a little bit of the game, and Duke was beating Notre Dame, and I think Notre Dame lost yesterday. Don't fact check me. Well, fact check. I don't know, but anyways, Texas being number 1 right now. USC beating UCLA. I don't know if they won today. They were playing a little bit ago. I don't know if they won. I have no idea. I'll look at that after this. But it's just like, how is this March Madness tournament gonna go? Like, I'm excited for this because the thing is, this year, there's no certain answer. Like last year, I feel like everyone was like, yeah, Iowa or South Carolina. But this year, everyone was like UCLA, and then UCLA has lost. South Carolina, but South Carolina has not been doing good, babes. Notre Dame, but they went down. And then it's like, oh, you don't know anymore. You don't know. Like the number 1 team right now, Texas, I think they have 1 or 2 losses. So it's like they maybe they will be the champions, but also they have lost. It's not like they're undefeated. Me, because I'm a UConn fan, and obviously Paige Beckers, I really want UConn to win the Natty. I feel like they can so win the Natty. They have really come so far from the start of the season. Like every player is doing great things now. It's not just Paige. It's not just Sarah. Like AZ, we have AZ back. Aubrey Griffin is back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even, like, this year could be the year. I really hope so. USC, I love USC too. I've been watching their games more, and I think they could also get very far, farther than they did last year even. My predictions for the like final, I feel like it's gonna be UConn versus USC or UConn versus Texas. That is my prediction. That is my thoughts. Don't come at me if don't come at me, please. I'm sensitive. Don't come at me though. In the comments though, you can put down who you think is gonna be in the final, who the final two teams will be. But I'm so excited. Tomorrow is the Big East final. I think also Big Ten is also the final tomorrow, or maybe it was today. But yeah, I'm excited for this March Madness. I'm so hyped. But also I need it to be done because I only pay for YouTube TV when it's not March Madness. I only pay for YouTube TV when it's basketball season so I can have access to games. And YouTube TV is expensive, guys. So I love basketball, and I really am sad that some of these players are leaving us for the WNBA. But I can't keep paying for YouTube TV right now. Maybe in the future I will, like, just keep YouTube TV, but right now I only pay for it from November to the end of the season, which is like the final for the tournament, March Madness. Anyways, but yeah, I don't know. Let me know what your predictions are for March Madness. Let me know what your favorite team is. And please, if you have watched My Fault London, light it up in the comments. Let's all fan over Matthew Broome. Sorry. Y'all are probably gonna think I'm obsessed. Well, I am a little bit. But anyways, that is it for today's video, podcast, whatever you want to call it. I'm hungry. I need to go eat. It's so daylight savings, guys. It ended, right? Yeah, I think so. And it's so nice. It's like so bright out now. It's 6:30 and it's still light. Second of all, in Iowa, it's finally gonna start being warmer now after the snow. Now we're gonna be in like high 50s, and I'm like, heck yeah, spring is coming. Anyways, not the point. Well, that is the point. I'm so excited. But yeah, I have spring break this week, so I'm gonna be doing a bunch of spring cleaning. I already started with my room. My room is already done, spring cleaned. It's a little messy right now, but it's like deep clean done. Now I just gotta move on to, yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Please comment down all the random questions I did throughout the video. Also comment down what you want to see next. I think next I'm going to do my acne journey because that is something I'm very passionate / very, I feel like it's very relatable, and every teenager has gone through it or will go through it. And as a girl who struggled with it for basically her whole high school career, and even now I still have it, like, I just want to share my journey and just, yeah. So I'm probably gonna do that next week. Let me know though anything else you want me to talk about in upcoming videos. Please share this with fans, with friends. Yeah. See you guys next time.